Hello, my babies. I hope you are doing incredible today. I wanted to start off this video by sharing with you a journal entry that I made just last week. So, December 28th, 2024, I will remember this day for the rest of my life. The day I fully surrendered and trusted my spiritual gifts once and for all. I finally realized all these times I've been giving speeches to the pillows in my living room. I've entered a flow state in co-creation with Source, but there was no grandiose moment, no cataclysmic event. Just a gentle knowing came upon me like the dawn of a new day. I feel like I am at the morning stage of this whole awareness coming through in my life. For the past couple of years now, I have been envisioning myself being a speaker and sharing messages of inspiration for other people. This journal entry, I really wanted to mark this day as the day that I really realized those are my spiritual gifts coming through. And like me not sharing them is like me not doing something that God is asking me to do. Like that is like the antithesis of what my goal is. Like ever since I was raised a born again Christian in the church I was raised in, I really have wanted to serve my greater purpose. I'm 43 years old. I've really been trying to figure out how that's supposed to look. And I'm finally getting to a place where I am just allowing it to flow through me because I realize that something that has been being cultivated within me and it's finally ready to be shared and ready to be presented. It wasn't always ready, which was part of the reason why I had some struggles with sharing it because I needed to go through those struggles in order for the messages to come through me in a way that was more pure and in a way that was for the greater good and not just for my own egotistical desire to be seen or to be recognized or to receive glory, but for the right reasons so that it would uplift others as well as myself and not be imbalanced. So let's talk about spiritual gifts. So now I have a real awareness of what spiritual gifts are. And I really want to share that with you because I want you to be able to tap into your own spiritual gifts, or maybe even just recognize them. Maybe you already know what your spiritual gifts are. Maybe there's some aspect of them that you struggle with. So this could potentially help you with that. So the first place that I want to go is I want to give you kind of a little definition of spiritual gifts. Spiritual gifts are unique abilities or talents that individuals are believed to receive from a higher power, often for the purpose of serving others, contributing to their community, or fulfilling their life's purpose. They are often discussed in religious or spiritual contexts, but can also resonate with broader ideas of self-discovery and personal growth. Number one, you may not know them. You may not recognize them at first, right? You may not know you have them at first. So, a little personal story about me. I have a memory of being in a Bible study when I was freshman year of college. And it was a bunch of girls getting together, and the topic of the Bible study was our spiritual gifts. Almost everyone in the room had some idea of what their gifts were, or at least it felt like to me. Maybe there were some other people that struggled with this a little bit, except me. Like, I was the one who was like, I don't even know what mine are. Like, I don't have any. Like, what's wrong with me? When God was giving out all those presents, like, He didn't give me one. I knew it just had to be that I wasn't understanding something, or maybe I wasn't even meant to know then. And now, looking back, I absolutely would agree with that. I don't think I was meant to know. I think I was meant to struggle with this for a reason so that I could come back and help others who were struggling. Maybe you can relate to that. I feel you, boo. It's not the most fun place to be, but I encourage you to stay faithful because they're there. You just don't see them yet. Keep looking. Chances are they are being cultivated. That is exactly the case with me. So, little by little, along the journey, I would receive like little breadcrumbs of clues as to what my spiritual gifts were. These little breadcrumbs would come in the form of interactions with people in my life, compliments that friends would give me. Lots of people would always tell me, wow, I really love your positive perspective and your way of looking at things. And that was a clue for me in terms of the direction of where my spiritual gifts were going. They present when they're ready to be shared. From that journal entry was that they were ready to be shared now. Like the fact that they were coming out of me and I'm like literally giving like full-blown speeches in my living room to no one and then looking back on it later and being like, holy shit, I should have recorded that because that was a really powerful speech. That was like a powerful message and that could have really helped someone. It's very much like baking a cake. My YouTube channel that I tried to start like 6 years ago, cake wasn't baked yet, right? Like it was just still in the batter format. And I was trying to share it and like things were getting in my way, but those obstacles were gifts because it wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready. I didn't have the experiences I needed to be able to share these things with you. There's still so much to be taken in on the journey. It's all part of it. So just stay faithful and trust that you are receiving the ingredients. There's a process, there are cycles that need to be fulfilled. And it's all so that your foundation can be laid securely. Again, have patience with yourself, have grace, and enjoy every step of the journey because there is something good coming from every stage of it. And you just want to do your best to savor every moment. Next point, you must willingly allow them to come forward. I don't think that I would have discovered my spiritual gifts if I wasn't looking for them. In that freshman year of college, if I just said after that Bible study, you know what, forget it. I don't even have them. Be in the grind for the rest of my life. If I stopped looking for my spiritual gifts at that point, I probably would never have found them and I wouldn't be here today. You have to consciously look for them. Free will is so, so important to all of the powers that be. Angels are spirit guides, even source, even God, spirit cannot help us unless we choose to allow it to help us because free will is just such a strong thing. You get to decide what you want to allow into your life, and that includes your spiritual gifts. So your spiritual gifts are not just going to like attack you. You have to let them in. We all always will have free will and the opportunity to experience personal sovereignty over our lives in co-creation with God, with Source. You will be tempted to doubt them, which actually helps you learn to recognize them. At first, I was completely doubting them because, like, I would have like a million things to do for that day, but then I would like suddenly find myself distracted and I'm like giving a talk in my living room, pretending like I'm this like badass motivational speaker, like talking to the couch. Like imagining all of these people being inspired by the words that I'm saying. Anyway, I would doubt them. I didn't believe that it was real. If you find yourself doubting some talent, skill, or ability that helps other people, you could use that. You can flip that around. Like, even though that self-doubt prevented me from sharing it, at the very same time, it was helping me realize that it was there. If you find yourself doubting something, look at that. That could be the key to you discovering what your spiritual gifts are. And last, but certainly not least, sharing your spiritual gifts is the key to your own healing. I show up here every week in hopes to inspire anyone and everyone who wants to hear these messages, who has an open mind and heart to hear them. It is for other people. But there is a huge piece of this because I absolutely love doing this. It fills me up inside. It heals me as I do it. This does not drain my energy. When I do these videos, it actually makes me feel excited. It fills me up and it energizes me for the rest of the day, being more productive and more fulfilled. Actually, on the flip side of that, believe that if I did not allow myself to share these things, I may actually experience more discomfort not being in an ease-filled place because I believe that I would be blocking the energy from flowing through me. I really actually think that it's very important that you do for your own good and the good of everyone around you. I think it's important that we share our spiritual gifts. So that is all the points that I wanted to make from my own observation this week. The last thing that I'm going to leave you with, because I really want to help you discover your own spiritual gifts, are a few reflection questions. I'm going to put these in the notes so that you have them available and you can use them during your journaling time. So here's the questions that will help you discover your spiritual gifts. What comes naturally to you that others often struggle with? When do you feel most aligned or in flow? What compliments do you frequently receive about your work or your personality? Have you had experiences that affirmed a deeper purpose or gift? You can journal on these questions. I do highly recommend that because if you journal them, then you have them written back down to refer to later for even further reflection. You can write about moments you felt deeply connected to the work that you were doing or whatever you were doing. If it wasn't work, maybe it was, a leisure activity. Meditate on these questions. Ask for feedback. Ask trusted peers or clients or friends or family, even what they believe your strengths or what your gifts are. That can really help you uncover some things. People often see things so clearly that we tend to overlook ourselves. All right, you guys. All right, that was fun. I'm so excited that I got to share with you about spiritual gifts today, and I trust that you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments, what are your spiritual gifts? If you know what yours are, please tell me what has been your experience. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much and have an incredible day.